Don't text and drive. Teenage drivers face a lot of responsibility when they finally get the keys to the car. Statistics show a driver using their cell phone delays their reaction as much as someone driving with a blood alcohol level of 0.08. What sounded like a small concert for hundreds of students at Dripping Spring High School was actually an assembly, raising awareness for the state's youngest drivers not to text while they drive. If we can get one kid to listen, to keep one more family from losing someone and having to deal with the grief, then we've done what we wanted to do, Janine Brown said. Janine and her husband Johnny lost their 17-year-old daughter in 2009 from a car crash she caused while texting and driving. Our focus can't be on Alex, Brown said. Our focus has to be on the kids that are hearing because we don't want them to die. The couple from Wellman, Texas now travel the nation, telling their story and talking about the dangers. It was really sad, 17-year-old Gabrielle Ferdinand said. I couldn't imagine my parents feeling that way and having everybody around me go through that. Described as being intoxicated, national statistics show the problem is rising everywhere. The most important message for the kids to take with them is this: don't text and drive. Brown said it can save your life. Please take time to watch this short video coming up now. And the next time you decide to text while you're driving, please remember, if you don't want to be next, then please don't drive and text. Thank you.
My name is Grant Hendricks. I'm a trooper with the Missouri State Highway Patrol. I'm at the site of Mariah West's accident. Mariah's vehicle traveled across this median and ended in striking the bridge that you can see behind me.
When I got to the scene, her face was disfigured from sliding down the roadway. It's funny, the first thing I noticed about her was her shoes. Lying in the roadway in a large pool of blood, I noticed her shoes, and I thought, this is a young girl. That's the first thing I thought when I saw this. And at that point is when I noticed her cap and gown was still in her car. She was going to graduate the next day. It was just a really horrific scene, all because of a senseless text message. It's just sad. Sorry, it's just sad.
Ashley would text hundreds of messages every day. That was the way we kept in touch. We would definitely text more than we talked.
Mariah was a multitasker extraordinaire.
She could text better than anyone I know. She could be having one conversation with me, completely focused,
while having a text conversation with somebody else.
When you do something 7,000 times a month, you tend to learn where those 26 letters are.
We would be at school, at home, movies, bowling, driving.
Not even looking at her phone.
Just simple,
insignificant,
useless bullshit, whatever it may be.
About anything and everything.
Just a way to pass the time.
It didn't matter where we were constantly texting. This is my sister. She was looking at my message that I sent her. When she looked up, she had clipped the median on the left-hand side of the road. Her truck flipped, and as it was flipping, she was actually ejected through the driver's side door, and she landed in the ditch about 300 feet from her truck. People will tell you over and over again, it's not your fault. But knowing that you were the person that she was talking to when she was killed. Just having a highway patrol officer write in a report, a text message sent at 12:05 is the reason that she is dead. It's not something that will ever go away. If I could talk to her one last time, I would just say I'm sorry. This is her cell phone that she used in the accident. 4 little letters. That's what killed her.
You never really think about it, but people associate drinking and driving as a dangerous thing. Your vision's impaired, your judgment's impaired. But if you look at texting and driving, your vision's not even there. You're not even looking at the road. If someone were to ask me to drive down the road and close your eyes for 5 seconds or 6 seconds, I would never even attempt that. But then if someone asks, read this text message and respond to that in about the same length of time, well, that would be no problem. I'd done that numerous times in the past before this accident. I was on my way home. I had my girlfriend in the car, and I'm just reading a text message, responding. I was looking up every couple seconds or so, like I always did. And I just hear a loud scream next to me, and the next second I look up and I see a bicyclist crashing the windshield. When I got out of the car, he didn't have a pulse, he was breathing. He wasn't alive. There are no words to describe the level of grief, the level of depression and self-hatred I was going through. My first year of college, I just remember one girl recognizing me and saying, "Oh, I remember hearing about you. You're that guy who hit the bicyclist because you were texting and driving." That was actually the day before I ended up going to the hospital for emotional problems. I sent one stupid, meaningless text, LOL, and killed the man.
People don't realize it could just take 3 seconds. I was going to the movies and the car just went directly into a tree and it was a direct collision. I was the passenger. I collided with the tree on my right temple and I was declared dead on the scene 3 times. I used to be able to drive. I used to be able to go for walks. I used to be able to run around town by myself. I used to have a job. I was normal. And all this, I cannot do anymore because they had the text. This is the text message that changed my life forever.
The day before her graduation, my daughter drove to go meet a boy, and she never made it. Today, she would have been 19 years old exactly.
Mariah never wanted a minute to go by that she wasn't doing something. She wanted to do everything all at one time with friends and family and just having a good time. That's what she loved.
Friends would tell me from school that, the best part of the day at school was Mariah coming down the hall because she'd stop to give everyone a hug.
Okay, guys, in honor of Mariah. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mariah.
She had met a guy who played baseball, and one evening she just spontaneously got in her car and said, "Hey, I'm gonna come watch his game." He was texting her to tell her directions of where she needed to go.
And I guess she just looked away for too long. Where are you at, That was it.
One of her friends had no idea that she had been in an accident, so he kept texting. We ended up having to send him a text back to say, please stop. She's in critical condition in the hospital, and we don't know if she'll even make it.
She always worked magic, you know, and still to this day, without her being here, she's so much still a part of our lives every day.
She was our sunshine. She really was.
She was.
It's a simple text message. Where are you at? 3 simple words.
She paid the ultimate price for her actions. I've had to do this more than once. Mariah is not the only victim that I've dealt with. And it never gets any easier. And it won't get any easier. What is worth losing your life over? That text message?
February is Violence Prevention Month. Violence is an issue. Did you know 1 in 5 murders in Canada is a result of domestic violence? Every minute of every day, a woman or child in Canada is sexually assaulted. Half of Canadian women have survived sexual or physical violence. Approximately 12,000 seniors in Canada experience physical abuse. Over 60% of all sexual assault victims are children and youth. Let's work together to put an end to violence. Speak up, as we all know, silence is a friend of violence.
Hello, I'm Monty Hall. I'm very pleased to introduce this video package designed to prevent financial abuse of seniors. This video contains 4 specific examples of financial abuse. In these scenes, you will see seniors taking control of a situation that could have resulted in a devastating loss. Unscrupulous individuals often take advantage of seniors. As a result, some seniors have lost their life savings and face unnecessary hardship. Unfortunately, not all abusers are strangers. Believe it or not, sometimes they are friends or family. We must all recognize the seriousness of this problem and work together to end it. The Government of Canada and the Government of Manitoba have joined together to assist in making you aware of this problem. Only by making you aware of the possible dangers can you stand up for yourself.
A crime can happen anytime, anywhere, not just at night or in a bad neighborhood. Sometimes a crime can happen in broad daylight, right at your front door.
Oh, good morning, madam. I represent the Acme Roofing Company.
Yes?
We're doing some work in the neighborhood, and I couldn't help but notice the condition of your roof. You know, I think that could cause you some pretty serious problems next rainstorm. But look, we're ready to offer you a free inspection, no obligation.
Well,
It's been, what, 20 years since you've had your roof done? Here, come here, I'll show you. Notice how the corner of the shingles are curling up there? Well, that means that there's moisture getting in under there. The boards under there could be all rotten. Frankly, lady, your whole roof could cave right in. Now, you wouldn't want that to happen, now would you? Bet you've been here for a long time.
Well, yes. My husband always looked after these things.
Like I said, there's no obligation. You know, if you were to call us, it could cost you double of what I'm offering you today. But since we're doing a lot of work in the neighborhood, look, I'm going to go check your attic. Yeah, I bet you will find some problems up here. Boy, you sure tell nobody's been up here for a long time. And the sawdust they used to use in these old houses. That's insulation, I bet you it's soaking wet. I'm gonna go get my ladder.
I have a few questions first.
Sure.
Could I have your business card? And could I have a list of roofing jobs that you've done lately? And the name of your bank?
Look, lady, do you want your roof to cave in or what? I haven't got time for all this. I mean, I'm leaving the neighborhood tomorrow. Lady, I'm doing you a favor.
I'm sorry. You give me all the things I asked for and come back tomorrow. And then you can see my attic. In the meantime, I'll call your office, your bank, and the Better Business Bureau. And tomorrow, my nephew will be here, and he'll take you to the attic.
I just don't understand why you're being so stubborn. You could be sitting in the sun down in Arizona or Florida or someplace like that, enjoying yourself.
I'm enjoying myself.
All you do is drive into town every day and sit there at some cafe.
I have friends there. We play cards.
You can't live out here on your own anymore, a million miles from nowhere. Ever since Mother died.
I'm fine.
Why don't you let me sell the farm? You can't work it anymore. You rent it for half what you could get.
It's enough to live on. I don't need much.
But you could be making some real money.
I wouldn't know what to do with it.
You could invest it. The interest alone would be worth $10,000 or $11,000 a year.
I don't know anything about investing. You're the money man.
Exactly. That's why I'm asking you to give me power of attorney. I could make all the money decisions for you. You wouldn't have to worry about it. It's so simple. I do deals like this every day in the city. Let's go down to the bank. Look, once I have power of attorney, I'll list the farm and sell it. Then I'll put your money in some good stocks or mutuals, and I'll send you $1,000 to $1,500 a month.
If I wanted to sell the farm, I could do that myself. Why do you have to act for me?
Because you're getting old, and there are people out there who'll cheat you. They'll rob you blind. I deal with these people every day. I know all their tricks. Just give me power of attorney. I am your son, you know.
I know. And I'd like to think you have my best interest in mind. But why should I grant you power of attorney when you don't even meet your own financial obligations?
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the money I lent you. Remember to buy a new car? This, 5 years ago. I lent you $8,000. You were supposed to pay me $150 a month. You paid me back half and then stopped. I didn't say anything because I figured you needed the money. I didn't even say anything when you sold the car to buy a bigger one. Well, your mother tried to make an issue of it, but I said no. Well, I'm saying no now.
So you're just going to sit here and rot? Let this whole farmhouse collapse around you?
No, Tom. What I'm going to do is see my banker and then my lawyer. And then I may chat with some of my friends down at the cafe. Then I'll make up my own mind about what's best for me. And Tom,
Next time you come out, let me know ahead of time so we can have dinner together. I'm always happy to see you.
More often than we want to believe, the one who would take advantage of us is a member of our own family. And that's what makes it so difficult to stand up for ourselves. But we don't serve them or ourselves if we let them take advantage of us. If we don't stand up for ourselves, we will become willing victims. And ultimately, that hurts both us and those who steal from us, especially if it's someone we love.
Hi, Grandma. Where are you going? I have some shopping to do. I'm just out of everything. Oh, what do you need? I can get it for you. No, I can manage. You go to the store too often for me, and I don't like to take up all your time.
Oh, well, I don't mind. I'm not doing anything.
Well, that would be very nice, Jeannie. I appreciate it. You know, it's hard for me to get around. Here. Now remember, this is $20. I know. Jeannie, I appreciate you helping me, and I think you're a wonderful granddaughter. But I don't think you've been too honest with me. The last 3 times you've gone to the store for me, you haven't brought me back the right change. That hurts me. Oh, it's not just the money. You see, I don't mind paying you for helping me. But it hurts me when I can't trust you. Now, if you go to the store for me, I'll give you $1. But I'm afraid I can't give you more than that. And can we trust each other? And can we be friends?
Father Nicholas asked me to call in and see you. We've missed you in church these past few Sundays, and we were wondering if there was anything wrong.
Oh, no, I'm good. Just a little bit arthritis. Sometimes it's hard to walk that far.
Maybe we can get someone to drive you.
That would be very nice.
Okay, then. I'll talk to Mr. Semchuk. He is in charge of volunteers. But you must know him. He's the bank manager down at the corner.
No, I don't know him. I don't use the bank. Oh, yes. How much is that?
$5.
$5. Here you are, $5.
Thank you.
Oh, good. Bye-bye. That paper boy, I like the old one. This one, I don't know.
Do you keep much money there?
Oh, no, just enough for the paper boy and little things like that.
I'm glad to hear that. I don't think you should keep large sums in a cookie jar.
Oh, I don't. I keep the big bills up in my bedroom.
Big bills?
Well, not so big. I don't have that much money. Oh, maybe $3,000. Money goes so fast these days.
You keep $3,000 in your house?
Well, I didn't count it.
You shouldn't do that. That money should be in a bank.
Oh, I don't like banks. My father, he used to be a farmer. He would say bad things about banks. And I always feel so foolish when I'm in a bank. I never know what to do.
You're just too trusting. How do you know that paper boy won't rob you? He watched you take the money from the cookie jar.
He's just a child.
He might. Or he might tell someone. It's just too dangerous.
I like to trust people. I can remember when we didn't even lock our doors.
Times have changed. We have to keep our doors locked now. It's sad. We even have to keep the church locked. But you know, some things have changed for the better. Banks are a lot friendlier now, and that's where you should be keeping your money. Here. Hello, Mrs. Semchuk? Hi, this is Betty Hill from the church. I have 2 favors to ask of you. I'm over at Mrs. Lastuk's house. Now, she's having a bit of problems getting to church on Sundays, and I was wondering if you could arrange to have someone pick her up. Great. The other thing is, she might want to open a bank account. At least she wants to know more about it. I should warn you, she doesn't trust bankers. If I should bring her down right now, would you look after her personally? Wonderful. We'll be there in a few minutes. Now, you don't have to open a bank account. It's up to you. But at least you should know more about it. That's all I ask.
There was a time when we thought we could trust everyone. But the world grows more complex, and we must be on our guard. It is a terrible thing to not be able to trust family, friends, or people we meet on the street. But it is even more terrible to be a victim. We have to recognize the signs of emotional, physical, or financial abuse. When we recognize the signs, we must be brave enough to act. But we do not have to be suspicious of everyone. We do not need to be permanently afraid. There is help out there, as well as danger. We can keep ourselves informed. We can learn the warning signs. We can learn what to do. We can act in our own interests. By helping ourselves, we help everyone.
You can, what if I want to borrow?
You can borrow.
This Valentine's Day, let's be heart-friendly. Eating more fruits and vegetables is one way to improve your overall health and the health of your heart. Color up your diet with a variety of fruits and vegetables, and you'll be getting lots of heart-healthy vitamins, minerals, fiber, and antioxidants. Try snacking on fruits and vegetables with a healthy yogurt dip or hummus. Make fruit kebabs, fruit smoothies, or vegetable stir-fry. Your heart will thank you.